What's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new episode of Profiling Passionate People. We got football right around the corner, and as you can see, I'm donning the Raider jersey today. Don't know how much my guy's going to be playing this year, but when we're talking Raiders, I got to bring in one of the most diehard Raider fans that I know, a good family friend of mine, Mr. Raider T himself, Mr. Tony King. Let me go ahead and bring him in here for you guys. Boom, there. Oh, my God.
Raider!
Oh my man. I mean, I've been wanting passionate people. I've been getting passionate people, but this is amazing. All right, so I see 13 on. Is that Hunter Renfro or who is that?
I'm a big Hunter fan, but our family's favorite number is 13. My daughter in college, my son when he was playing basketball too. Everybody wore the number 13, and if it was Hunter, it wouldn't say King on the back. But we're just huge number 13 fans, and you should know this because I met you with my shark jersey that said 13 too.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just letting everybody else know. So you and I, we go way back to my ESPN Zone Anaheim days, and yes, you're donning the Sharks jersey, big fan of the Sharks, and obviously you and I, we go back a very long time. I just want to show everyone what I get to experience every time that I go back home up north, visit you guys in Tracy. And, this is something that I just needed to spotlight. So as everyone can see, you got Raiders everywhere. You have the TV with the slideshow going. You got the throwback Plunkett jersey at the bottom of the screen. I mean, it's just Raider Nation. So I want to ask though, I know we've been talking a little bit, but where did the actual Raider Nation in your family come from? Did it start with you? Where did all that, stem from?
I'll tell you. So my father, who was actually from Colorado, actually was in Watson for a while, but Colorado, got done with the Navy, met my mother, Bay Area, followed the Raiders since Frankie O'Field, the very first field, okay, and at Oakland, and I was kind of born into it. Been a diehard since the minute I kind of had no choice and loved. That was one of the greatest gifts my father ever gave me, was to be a Raider fan, and I've passed that on to my children, and I'm hoping they pass it on to their children. I've followed them from Oakland to LA, back to Oakland, and now I'm following to Vegas, and they go to Australia. I'm going to buy tickets there too.
I mean, why not? Why not go down to Australia? I mean, at this point,
Exactly.
I mean, the Jacksonville Jaguars are apparently still looking to go over across seas to London. So who knows if Mark Davis does decide to up and leave again. But so you mentioned the family. Obviously, I know your kids very well. And I think we have a little special guest of the third generation now?
This is third generation Raider right here. This is Zachary. This is my son. Yes, he's every 6'6", sporting the long jersey.
Sporting the long. Oh my, there you go. Zach, obviously we have a lot of love, and we're going to be bringing you in for another segment as well. But it's so good seeing, a third generation of Raider fans. Like you said, you're the most passionate Raider fan that I know, and it doesn't matter where they go, you will always follow. So we're gonna hit a little tender topic here, but sure. You guys being up in Tracy, California, which is about an hour or so outside of Oakland, where that used to be home for you guys, how has the transition been with the Raiders up and moving from Oakland to Vegas?
Well, with a lot of my friends, it's been a little rough on them because they follow, they went with the LA thing. Now, you have to keep in mind that Raider fans in California, there's more Raider fans than there are San Diego fans. Yeah. There's more Raider fans than there are LA Ram fans. Okay. And there's obviously, I want to say an equal amount to keep it fair to my San Francisco brothers, a fan base here. So I think the move to Vegas, all I got to say is the most brilliant marketing strategy that I've ever heard in football is, think about this: Super Bowl in Las Vegas. That's all I got to say. Think about it.
Match made in heaven, honestly. honestly. Now, obviously, the Death Star opened last year. Raider fans
Mhm.
weren't able to attend any games. We have this upcoming season. We're going to dive into the upcoming season here soon. Any potential plans of going out to Vegas and seeing the Raiders play this year?
Absolutely. I have a buddy of mine, a really good friend. I couldn't afford those PSLs, but my buddy could, and he's giving me 3 games this year. And
Wow.
I'm sorry, Raider fans. Love you guys know I have not. This is my team. My wife of 21, we've been together 21 years. She's a Denver fan, and anyway, we get along very well, and we're going to go see her Denver team. In the the Death Star. So that's
There
one
you
of the games we're
go.
going to. But yes, I will be there. Looking forward to it. And actually, I'm hoping to bring you in on one of those games too, because she is the one to go to all of them. So that's a special invite for you.
I mean, as you can see, I'm rocking the Mariota. When we met, obviously, the first couple words came out of my mouth were, I know Derek Carr from high school. My unfortunate time living in Bakersfield, and perfect timing. Look at Marcus Mariota right up on the screen right there.
There he
And
is.
I know that you showed me love for that right there. So obviously, yes, diehard Titan fan, diehard Mariota fan. Apparently, Las Vegas is Hawaii part 2, apparently. So, I mean, who is we have an understanding right now as training camp's underway and the season's right around the corner. Obviously, Derek Carr is the guy. He's mentioned it several times that if he was to ever be traded, he would just retire because he is Raider Nation to the death of him. Do you think Carr will start all 17 games this year, or any love from my guy?
Oh, absolutely. I think the writing's on the wall. As you know, our guy Marcus, okay, took a pay cut, huge pay cut,
He
10
did.
million to 3 million,
Yeah.
okay, with incentives, so he could play for this team.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he didn't have other offers. I did some research today. It wasn't like he didn't have other offers, but he loves the system. It's made for him.
Yeah.
And I think we will see him play through the year just to give any playoff teams. Okay, well, if Marcus comes in, we got to prepare for this. We got to prepare for that. And so I think it's kind of those like a Swiss knife.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely thinking that we're going to see our boy. I definitely think that we had a great shot at the playoffs, even though we got KC, and we explained to you why. Gruden the first time through took 2 seasons, 8-8, 8-8. We got to the playoffs. Then we had that Tom Brady make Tuck rule game. Well, we're going to leave that one alone. But now we're on our 3rd season now, and we are moving money, making things happen. I think we have some great weapons in place. I think Derek Carr's going to have a fantastic year. And I honestly believe that we have a great shot at the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I mean, you hit it right there on the nail. I mean, when Marcus did go in, I believe it was a Thursday night game. It was against the Chargers. Unfortunately, lost that game, but you just saw the chemistry with Marcus Mariota running John Gruden's offense. John Gruden threw him out there cold, as any backup would be, and he just flowed just so perfectly. So it could be a quarterback carousel. Hopefully we see Marcus. If it's Derek all the way out, I got to rock my Bakersfield guy. Zach, I know you're sitting there patiently and smiling and whatnot, head nodding. Who are you excited to see? What player do you like of the Raiders?
Honestly, I'm excited to see Derek Carr play.
Okay, absolutely.
I think he's a really good quarterback, and I just love his playing style, and I want to see him play after all this time that's passed with COVID and all that. I just want to see him play, and I feel like he can do really good off the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, witnessing Derek Carr the last 12, 15 years, whatever it's been for me now, because I'm old and as is he. The thing that I love about Derek, and I don't want to compare him to certain people, but he has that fire like Tom Brady. Just every single time there, I'm getting goosebumps. But every single time that he's out there, he rips the ball. He knows where it's gonna go. He's got the speedster and Henry Ruggs. I know Zach, one of your favorite players, Josh Jacobs. That can hit the hole, that can go for those home run shots. This team has got weapons. And you look at last season, and I believe it was the game right before the Chargers. The team was 7-4, 7-5, I believe it was. And they're on the verge of getting right into the playoffs. They ended up losing 3 of the last 4. to go at the even 8-8. But you look at this upcoming schedule, you add these versatile weapons, and not to mention that defense with 91, and you're getting back, I believe it's Harris, number 24, who's rocking
Right,
the
yeah.
old Charles Woodson number. This team looks to be amazing. And
Well, yeah, those are very fair points. The one weapon that is like the pink elephant in the middle of the room is, I honestly believe that in our division, we have two of the top 5 best tight ends
to
in the
defend
league.
against, yeah,
Yes, D Wall is a man amongst boys.
yeah, that
And
boy
I'm
is
really
balling.
looking forward to his breakout year last year, and seeing how the teams may double team him or scheme against him and open it up for Ruggs, Jacobs. I mean, we've got some
Renfro.
real pure weapons. The only thing I'm a little leery about there, brother, is we revamped our offensive line.
Yeah,
And we got rid of Hudson, our center, which I'm a little leery about. But I mean, in John we trust. Hey, JG, I've got all the faith in you, brother. And it's our 3rd year. Let's get into the playoffs and bring something happy back to Las Vegas, and make us all smile again. And because we all know what happened the 4th year that he was there, and the 4th year we made Tom Brady, and nothing against Tom Brady. I mean, but he did fumble that ball. But I'll never forget that.
I really don't think any Raider fan. I remember watching that back home in Daly City, and that game was just wild. We won't talk about that. But speaking of John Gruden, we'll tag him on this. Hopefully, he'll be able to tune in and watch, and maybe we'll have him on
That'd
one of
be
the
awesome.
sets. That would be great. So you look at week 1, you got the Baltimore Ravens. Team's absolutely crazy wild. But the thing that I look at with the Raiders is that last year it was their opening game. They faced off one of the top teams as well in the league, and yet they defeated them. And I feel that with the home field advantage, the first time having fans in there, having that beautiful backdrop of the Vegas skyline, right through the Al Davis torch, excuse me.
It's just gorgeous, isn't it?
It's just gorgeous. And again, I'm getting goosebumps. I see the pictures right there on the slideshow of what the stadium looks like. And honestly, I can't wait for fans. I know all the Monday Night Crew has been talking about, what this stadium, and when they can picture fans of how loud it's going to be. It's going to be crazy. So obviously this year, you guys cannot go 8-8. We have a full 17-game season.
Right.
Obviously, you got the Chiefs in the division. The Raiders did finish 2nd in the AFC West. So that is a lot to look forward to. Realistically, because I know that you guys would both love to see the Raiders go 17-0. Realistically, what is your overall predicted record for this upcoming season?
That great question. With the 17-game schedule, and again, please keep in mind, our Raiders, we did whoop on Kansas City that first game.
They did.
We whooped them. Now, if they took us slightly, whatever, that's their mistake. Okay,
Yeah.
but we have confidence. KC, we're not walking in going, oh, Mahomes. No, I mean they got Kelsey, but we've got D Wall. Okay,
Yeah.
so we've got some good weapons as well. I would be happy with a 10-7 season, maybe 11-6 at best, but get into the playoffs, because if we get into playoffs, it's anybody's game. Son, what do you think?
Honestly, I completely agree with you. The 10-7, I really want to see the 10-7, or maybe like 9-8. I would be good with that, but honestly, 10-7 would be good. Definitely.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, they are on the rise. And that game that I was referring to last season, it was actually week 2. It was the home opener for Allegiant Stadium, and it was against Drew Brees, the future Hall of Famer, and the Saints. And
Oh, I was worried too.
I know Derek Carr and Josh Jacobs, they all did their thing, but it's going to be great to see. It's going to be great seeing fans packed into the stadium. It's going to be great seeing you in the new stadium and just being able to soak it all in. I know you guys are 3rd generation King Raider fans, and just the fact of just being back in the stadium, it again just brings goosebumps. You guys, I really appreciate you coming on here, spending your time, and Raider Nation, they're dawning. So Until then, guys, check us out. All the episodes are logged into our YouTube and our Instagram and even Twitter now. Again, Mr. Tony King, Mr. Zach King, appreciate you guys coming on. And I'm rocking the Raider Nation today.
Nothing but
Until
love,
then,
brother.
nothing but love. Love you guys. Take care. We'll
Bye-bye.
catch you guys next time. All right. Bye, guys.